pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you via phone.
And you. See you
Thank
again.
you. Bye-bye. Yeah, that was me about 6 years ago, just casually FaceTiming with Johnny Depp. Hi everyone, how's life, and welcome to another one of my videos. In this video I thought it would time travel back about 6 years where I had one of the weirdest nights of my life, but one of the most exciting ones as well. Very random, and I'm sure as you've seen by the title of this video, it's about the night where I got to FaceTime with Johnny Depp. Now I actually made a video a couple of months ago about 50 facts about me, and one of the facts that I included in that video was that I got to FaceTime with Johnny Depp, and so many of you left a comment saying that you would love for me to kind of do another video explaining how it happened, you know, what the experience was like, just talking a bit more about it. And that's why we're here. So yeah, 2016 is the year that this happened. I want to say back in April of 2016, and I had actually just got home from seeing a show in the West End. I think it might have been People, Places and Things with Anne-Marie Duff sometime in 2016, and the show was really good, by the way. So by the time I had got home, it was probably around 11 p.m, so quite late in the evening, and suddenly I get a FaceTime video call from my dad. And back in 2016, he wouldn't really FaceTime me often. He would call, but not really FaceTime. So I was a little bit confused and hesitant, and I was tired as well. You know, I'd just come back home. It was late in the night as well. So I think I might have actually ignored his first FaceTime video, and I texted him to say like, sorry, I'm really tired, Dad, I'll call you tomorrow or something. And then he just ignored my text and FaceTimed me again. And I was like, okay, maybe it's something important, so I have to pick up. So I answered the phone call, and it was my dad indeed. And before I'd even had a chance to kind of, you know, say hi to my dad or kind of figure out what's going on, he was just like, Sam, you know, somebody wants to talk to you. I'm going to give the phone to somebody who's here with me. And I was just like, oh my God. Before I knew it, I had Johnny Depp in front of me in a video call, and I was just mind blown. I genuinely was. I couldn't believe it. And as you're going to see later on in the clip, because I did film my conversation with him, I might appear calm, I might, but I promise you I wasn't. Inside I was like, what the hell is going on? Because it all happened so quickly as well, I didn't really have any time to prepare or anything. I was just kind of thrown into it. Late at night, you know, when I had just expected to come home and get ready for bed, instead I'm suddenly on a video call with Johnny Depp. Oh, lordy. It's one of those things where you can't really prepare for, but I feel like I handled myself as well as I could. I spoke to him for about a minute, and like I said, you will get to see the video clip later on in the video. But one thing I do remember specifically is that, and I mentioned it in the video as well, so my phone at the time was broken, the screen was broken. So I remember like for a while, for a few months leading up to this day, I had problems, you know, FaceTiming and taking photos as well. It wasn't like completely broken, I could still use my phone, don't get me wrong, but the screen was a little bit broken, which meant that the camera as well, the FaceTime camera, like the selfie camera on that phone, didn't work too well. So I was worried about like how Johnny Depp was going to be seeing me from my phone. I know, the little things, right? And I think that's why I actually mention it as well in the video. I'm like, sorry, my phone is not the best at the moment, so sorry if you can't see me very well. And he's like, no, it's all good. My selfie camera's not very good at the moment, so you probably can't see me, but hello, this is so cool. Is that okay? Oh wow, good, thank you. But yeah, it was a pretty surreal experience. It genuinely was. And obviously I was in my room as well with all my Disney stuff around me, and it's just so funny to think that he was, you know, FaceTiming me, seeing me in my own room, like with everything around me. I don't know, just weird, right? But he seemed really nice. We spoke for about a minute or two, I think. I was so aware of how insane this is that I was the one who actually ended the conversation at the end. I'm just like, I don't want to take up too much of your time, like it's been nice chatting to you. I think also I just needed to like process it, because I was like in the zone talking to him. It had happened so quickly. I was just like, okay, I can't really do this anymore, so let's just like end it so I can like figure out what had just happened. But he seemed really nice and friendly. We chatted about Alice in Wonderland 2, the second Alice in Wonderland film. It hadn't actually come out at the time yet. I think it was going to be released a few months after I had the FaceTime with Johnny Depp. So that's the kind of time period that this happened, just before the release of Alice in Wonderland 2, the second one. Like I said, sometime in 2016, I think it was April in 2016, when I had the FaceTime with Johnny Depp. This was obviously before all the kind of allegations happened with him. But yeah, he spoke a little bit about Alice in Wonderland 2 and kind of the last bits that he was doing for that. I tried to act cool and kind of ask some intelligent questions about his work, which didn't really go too well. But I think the main thing that I really wanted to tell him was that my brother is a big fan of his, because my brother has been a big fan of Johnny Depp's work ever since he watched films. And I wanted to make sure that Johnny Depp knew that, because I wasn't sure if my brother was going to pick up the phone, if my dad had even called my brother, etc. So I was like, this is my time, let me just kind of do this for my brother as well, because like I said, he had been a big fan of Johnny Depp ever since he was maybe about 10, 11 years old. I'm a big fan of your films and your acting, and so is my brother as well.
Oh, you're very sweet, you're very kind.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that as well. Honestly, I cringe when I watch back the video. Even though at the time I felt like I did good, now looking back I'm like, oh my god, Sam, what were you doing? But having said that, I feel like it could have gone a lot worse as well. You know, I feel like considering the situation, considering I had no idea this was going to happen, considering I was unprepared, kind of thrown into the scenario, and the fact that I had also been a big fan of his work as well, I think I did pretty well. And actually my dad got Johnny Depp to sign a little autograph for my brother as well, because as I expected, my brother didn't answer the video call at the time. I think he was studying at uni at the time, so maybe he was already asleep, maybe he was busy, but for whatever reason he didn't actually pick up the phone, so he missed his chance to actually speak to Johnny Depp. So instead my dad got Johnny Depp to sign an autograph for him. And actually this is where my dad comes into play, because the only reason this even happened was that my dad was somehow invited to a dinner party where Johnny Depp was around. Mad, right? This doesn't happen often. So my dad actually got to speak to Johnny Depp for a while, because as I said, it was a dinner party and it wasn't a very big event either. I think he said there was only maybe about 8 or 9 people at the table, so not a lot of people, and one of them just happened to be Johnny Depp. And my dad did not know this was going to happen either. He'd gone there because of somebody else who had invited him, and yeah, Johnny Depp just happened to be at that dinner party. But what my dad said is that Johnny Depp seemed very, very friendly. My dad described him as a very cool guy. He specifically said that to my dad in those few hours at that dinner party. Johnny Depp came across as a very humble but fun guy at the same time. My dad said that his sense of humor was really subtle but very funny in a way. So my dad really enjoyed that. My dad genuinely enjoyed his company at that dinner party, and he specifically said that he was just very humble. Like my dad didn't expect him, you know, as a big star at the time. Like I said, this would have been before all of the things that happened in the past 5 years or so. He was a big star, you know, he was very well loved everywhere, and for him to kind of be so humble with everyone that was at the dinner party, and just very kind of laid back as well, is what my dad said, but also very funny with a subtle sense of humor. These were the words that my dad used to describe him. Obviously, like I said, he got to spend more time with him than I did. I only spoke to him for a couple of minutes on the phone, and I was stressed. I was freaking out inside. But yeah, there you go. That's basically it. That's the story of me FaceTiming with Johnny Depp. Probably not as interesting as you expected it to be. I do apologize for that. But it's something that I still can't believe happened. Whenever I watch the video, which isn't often, like I said, I only watched it recently because of this video and because of the fact that I made a video a few months ago mentioning this, and then so many of you wanted me to share a bit more about this situation. I do want to now show you the full clip of my conversation with him. Apologies, by the way, for my room. My room was a bit of a mess, so just ignore that. And the camera that I used to film as well, at the time, it wasn't the best camera in the world, so the quality is not phenomenal, but you can still see what's happening. You can still hear the conversation. You can still see me very nervous. The voice, you might not be able to tell, but obviously as somebody who knows myself, I can tell just from my voice that my voice is a little bit nervous, the way I'm kind of asking questions and stuff. But yeah, let's go to the clip now. I hope you enjoy it.
What's that?
My selfie camera's not very good at the moment, so you probably can't see me, but hello, this is so cool.
I see all right.
Is that okay?
How are
Oh wow, good, thank you. I'm a big fan of your films and your acting, and so is my brother as well.
Oh, you're very sweet. You're very kind.
Yeah. Are you
I'm here doing a couple of days on a movie, and then
okay?
at that Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, yeah.
The second one that's coming out now. So.
Soon, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Promo and yeah. Is it always fun for you to do it, or is it kind of boring, the same stuff all the time?
You never know what to expect.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you never get used to.
Okay.
If you do get used to it, there might be something really wrong with it.
Yeah, that's good. That's cool. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but thank you so much for talking to me.
No, my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you via phone.
And you see you
Thank
again.
you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Here's a problem.
Yeah, that was it. That was my conversation with Johnny Depp, and as you would have just been able to see as well, you can see that at the end I'm just I don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you so much for talking to me. And he was so lovely. I hope you can see kind of what I felt as well at the time. He genuinely, at least in that video call, seemed like a very nice guy. But yeah, I think that's more or less it with this video. I just wanted to share this because I knew a lot of you had questions about how it happened. It was just a simple matter of my dad being invited to a dinner party where Johnny Depp happened to be there, and then my dad, being my dad, decided to video call me, and I ended up FaceTiming with Johnny Depp. It's one of those stories that even I sometimes forget that happened. I have to check the video to make sure it actually was a real thing that happened, because it's just so random, right? Quite surreal. But yeah, there you go. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video, what you thought of it. Let me know also which celebrity, or if any celebrity out there, would make you feel nervous, kind of chatting to them in a video call or something like that, because I have met a lot of celebrities in my life, but I feel like with Johnny Depp it was a little bit different. I mean, he's a Hollywood actor. He is probably one of the biggest names in the acting industry, and let me just again remind you that this happened in 2016, before the court cases, before everything happened with Amber So that's the kind of mindset I had at the time as well. I just saw him as an incredible actor who'd done so many of my favorite films, and I admired his work, and so did my brother especially. And my brother and I would spend hours watching his films together when we were younger, and so it was a pretty big deal. And the way it happened as well, like, it wasn't a case of like me knowing this was going to happen to, you know, prepare for it, make sure I'm looking my best, you know, go over what I was going to say in my head before I, you know, spoke to him or anything. It just kind of happened, and I'm very grateful. I'm grateful to my dad for kind of giving me this moment. I'm grateful that Johnny Depp was so nice and willing to kind of do this FaceTime video chat with me. And yeah, like I said, I'd be curious to know how you would have handled it, like if this happened to you, whether with Johnny Depp or another celebrity, somebody that, you know, you really admire. How would you go about it? Because like, I don't know, I really don't know how I got through that minute or so of talking to him. But again, I'm just grateful that he was nice and patient and, you know, very friendly and made me feel at ease, to be honest. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. Follow me on Instagram as well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.